So the bad student, it's not really his fault. Why? No one is connected to him yet. 30 years in the world, no one's connected to him to actually help him do real tshuva. All they told him is, put on a black shirt, put on a black hat, put on all the exterior stuff. No one actually told him, listen, stop being an animal. No one ever told him that. So him, you have a chance with him. Even though he's annoying and obnoxious, he's going to break your heart 500 times, you have a chance. Why? All you got to put is enter some kodesh into this empty vessel. Now the one on the other hand that's getting one ear at the other is much worse. Why is he much worse? Because he's pretending to be a student the whole time. He's sitting there, hand over hand, leg over leg. He's sipping his tea like he's interested. And he comes to the shiur, he's like, and he nods his head. He's like this, he's in. He has no idea what you're saying. He's saying like this and like that because he's thinking about his stock portfolio. He's like, yeah, wow, I bought Microsoft today. Microsoft's going to good tomorrow because it's earnings. Chidush earnings. Chidush with this earnings. And if Intel beats also, then I got two stocks. He's saying, wow, Moshe Rabbeinu, yeah, Moshe maybe probably owned the stock. It's such a good stock, Moshe probably invested in it. He's nodding to you, he's talking to you with his eye, but nothing. So you are thinking that you're teaching somebody. You're thinking, I'm investing my time into this guy. And you find out he goes home and he beats his wife. You find out he goes home and he's still mechalel Shabbat. Already you've been teaching him for a year. He's still mechalel Shabbat. You mentioned Shabbat. In every single shiur, he's still mechalel Shabbat. He's coming to your shiur. Don't come if you don't want to listen. It's like I used to have clients, they'd ask my advice. Now after I give him advice, I'm assuming we're going to take advantage of it. We're going to do something about this advice. Maybe not right away, maybe after 2, 3, 4 conversations, but within reason, we're going to do something about it. After a few conversations, I see they're not listening to my advice. They ask me more questions. I said, no, there's no more questions. No more questions, Your Honor. No, what was this, a fortune telling? If you're not going to listen to my advice, why are you asking? What do you think, I have nothing to do with my life? And some people, that's what they do. They have nothing to do. They think you have nothing to do, so they ask you questions for no reason. They're not going to listen to you. They think they're like opinion shopping. They have no consideration whatsoever to your time, no consideration whatsoever to other things you have to do. And I think it's like a Google search. Google, what is to do? Oh, okay, let's ask Yaron. Yaron, what is to do? They ask you random questions. Now you have to invest time into these questions. You give them answers, and you see they do the opposite anyway. Why'd you ask? Why'd you ask if you're not going to listen? Oh, I just want to know what you think. Why? What do you care? What do you care? This is, Rabotai, a person like this is the worst type of student. And the reason why, because one ear out, a thing goes one ear out the other, is the teacher's going to invest an enormous amount of time into the student, and if he's not going to listen, that teacher's heart is going to be broken even worse than a student that spit in his face. Why? Because here he realizes that the whole time was a complete waste. He had no chance. He lost before he started. Why? Because it's not a matter of a student being stupid or smart. It has nothing to do with intellect. It has nothing to do with logic, actually. The reality is that when a person has information going one ear and out the other, it's only because of their choice. They chose to be that. They chose not to listen to you. They're coming for different reasons. They're coming because they want to make it look like they're coming. They want to make it look like they're religious. They want to make it look like they're... I had some people come to my shiurim because they were trying to impress their wife or their girlfriend or somebody. In reality, they cared less. The good thing about my shiurim is you can't last very long unless you're going to do tshuva or you're going to run out. You can't come to the shiur for 5 years and not do tshuva. Either you're doing tshuva or you're leaving after a couple of months. After a few shiurim, you can't take it. Why? You're going to get hit in the head every time that you're the Rasha that I'm talking about every time because you haven't done TeShuva, you can't last very long. That's the good news. But still, nonetheless, you see people falling off 3, 4, 5 months you invested into them, and you see they stop coming. It hurts. Why? You thought, oh, this is another guy, another guy, another guy. Now you build on them. You build on them because there's more. Oh, he's going to bring a friend. He's going to bring a friend. She's going to bring a friend. Eventually, it's going to be a whole little family for people, and they disappear like smoke. What happened? And you realize, oh, they still go to the beach to mix speech. Oh, they still go to mixed weddings. Oh, they're having a mixed wedding. Oh, she wanted to put the wig on. Oh, she didn't want to put anything on. Oh, he wants to steal at his job. Oh, that's why they stopped coming. They stopped coming because the information that we were saying, the truth that we were saying started hitting home. And they couldn't take any more of it. They wanted to come to make it look like they're religious because they live in a religious community. Once things started hitting home, all of a sudden, do not call list. And it's happened to me multiple times. You build a group, 15, 20 people, 0. 15, 20 people, 0. 15, 20 people, 0. Several times it's happened. And then later on you find out it's because in reality they had 1 ear information going 1 ear out the other, or at least 1 or 2 had information going 1 ear out the other. Eventually he or she left, and now the people that were like half listening started falling also. They connected to them, they pulled them out, and so on and so forth. Sometimes it was a rabbi that influenced them to leave. So this is the worst type of, because the minimum of minimum requirement to help a person is for them to be receptive to a potential change.
מרבה תורה, מרבה חיים. ומי שפורש מתורה, חס ושלום נדבק במוות. זה פשוט.
So anyone that is looking for ways to better his situation, protect himself, protect his family from the horrific situation that's around us, terrorism and everything else, they must understand that the only way is to increase Torah. More Torah, more life.